There are many amazing places on Earth where life is radically different from ours. One of these unique places is the Sudd swamp, located in South Sudan. This area is not very comfortable and is quite inhospitable, but at the same time is a unique ecosystem that has become home to many animals, plants, and people. The Sudd marsh is one of the largest in the world. Its size is impressive. The area of the marshland changes depending on the rainy season, which lasts from April to September, reaching up to 150,000 square kilometers. This is larger than the area of Bangladesh, where about 165 million people live. The marsh is located in the White Nile River Valley, where the water flows very slowly due to a slight slope, which leads to the river spreading over a huge area without clear banks. For centuries, this swamp was a serious obstacle for travelers trying to explore the Nile. The first Europeans were able to reach it only in the 19th century. The area is striking in its diversity of fauna. About 400 species of birds live here, including pink pelicans and royal egrets, as well as more than 100 species of mammals, including antelopes that feed on wild rice. The vegetation is also diverse. Cattails and papyrus can be found in the swamp. During floods, some plants break away from their roots and form floating islands, up to 30 kilometers long, although their lifespan is short. Despite the difficult conditions, the swamp is inhabited by people, the Nilotic people. Their houses are located on small hills and are round huts with conical roofs. The walls are built from branches and covered with a mixture of dung, straw, and clay. About once every 5 to 6 years, such huts have to be rebuilt. The Nilotic people move around the swamps in wooden boats. It is impossible to engage in agriculture or livestock breeding on a large scale, but some residents create mini gardens next to their houses or keep goats. The basis of the Nilots' diet is fish, of which there is plenty. Sometimes such large specimens are caught that they have to be pulled out with the help of other people. There are no cities in this area, but there are small villages consisting of 2 or 3 dozen houses. Life in the swamps is full of difficulties and dangers. Stagnant water promotes the reproduction of malarial mosquitoes and various parasites. When their number exceeds the norm, they can cause epidemics in East and South Africa. Despite all the difficulties, the Nilots love their home and do not seek to move to cities or villages on land. Many of them adhere to traditional beliefs and prefer to live as their ancestors have done for centuries. In their huts, wooden idols are kept, personifying the gods, among whom the main deity is Dengdid, the creator of people. According to the World Wildlife Fund, the Sudd is in need of international protection. It is at risk of disappearing due to the construction of the Jungle Canal, a joint project between Egypt and Sudan. The idea for the canal arose in the early 20th century, and work began in the late 1970s to improve Egypt's water supply. The problem is that about half of the water from the southwestern tributaries of the Nile does not reach the lower reaches of the river, as it evaporates in the swamps. The civil war in Sudan prevented the implementation of the project, and in the end, it was possible to dig only 240 kilometers of the planned 360. In 1984, the work was suspended. If the construction of the canal is completed, as planned, it could lead to serious environmental consequences. In addition, the Nilots could lose their homes. It remains to be hoped that a solution can be found that will preserve the unique ecosystem. That's all. If you liked this story, support us with likes, share the video with your friends, and subscribe to our channel.